Hello and welcome back to Grumpy Dog Kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking a super tasty beef and chorizo chili in the Ninja Foodi 8-in-1 possible cooker slow cooker. I'm using about 800 grams of beef shin for this recipe, and before we start cooking I'm going to marinate it in some herbs and spices for approximately 30 minutes. So I'm going to start by adding 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 4 cloves of chopped garlic, and then a mixture which is 1 teaspoon each of salt, pepper, garlic granules, smoked paprika, cumin, chili flakes, chili powder, and oregano. And now it's just a case of combining these well and then setting to one side for at least 30 minutes. Now I want to fry some of my ingredients off before they're added to the slow cooker for the long cook, so I'm going to turn the Ninja onto the sear saute function on high to get me started. Now we're up to temperature, we're just going to add the chorizo and start frying. Now as soon as it's started to release its oil, we remove it from the pan and we're going to put it to one side. You can probably see I've let mine go just a tad too far at this point. I've took my eye off it and it turned really quickly. But as soon as we add it back in, it will still taste really good. To the hot oil, we then add the onion, get it coated really well, and just let it simmer for about 3 to 4 minutes just to start to soften it. Now it's time to add the beef mixture back to the pot and incorporate it with the onions. And just a reminder, the reason we're frying off some of the ingredients is to intensify the flavour of the dish, and this can be done on the hob in a frying pan if your slow cooker doesn't offer a sauté function. Time to add the rest of the ingredients to the pot. Firstly, we're going in with chopped tomatoes, just 1 tin of these, and then butter beans. I love butter beans. If you haven't tried them in a chili, please give them a try. I think you'll love them. As you can see, I'm using the juice as well. That's to thicken the sauce up a bit because it's got the starch from the beans in it. Then there's a tin of black beans and also a tin of red kidney beans. To this I'm then adding some frozen sweet corn and then approximately a tablespoon of tomato puree. And we're going to mix that all around. Please don't get hung up on exact measurements. Slow cooking is really forgiving. If you like a bit of something, add a bit more. If you're not keen on something, take it out to replace it. It really doesn't matter. You will be rewarded with a very tasty meal at the end. If you've seen my previous video, you'll know I'm a little bit lazy when it comes to making stock, so there's a chopped up stock cube. I'm just adding the chorizo back into the dish as well. Because I've added the juice in from the tins of beans, there's no need to add any more liquid to this dish. There will be sufficient. Time for a good stir, combine everything well, and then just before going into slow cooker mode, I'm just going to allow the sauté function just to bring everything up to the boil. Everything's bubbling away nicely now, so time to add the lid. We'll turn the sauté function off and we'll turn the Ninja over to slow cooker mode. This is simple as stopping the sauté function. We'll turn the dial to slow cook. I want to do this one for 4 hours on high, so I'm going to leave the temperature at high and then I'm just going to reduce the time down to 4 hours, and then in case of pressing start and letting the machine do what it does best. And here we are, 4 hours later, one beautiful beef and chorizo chili. Gorgeous aromas all around the kitchen, around the house in actual fact. There's just one extra little secret ingredient I'm going to add, and that's dark chocolate. Just a square or two. It adds a real depth of flavour, but it also makes the chili a lovely glossy colour. This will melt in mere seconds. The pot is really nice and warm, and it's a beautiful finishing touch to the meal. Well, that's it for today. Please let me know what you think about this meal in the comments section, and I'd be really grateful if you would like the video and please consider subscribing. Thank you very much and see you all next time.